Yeah, for all those
Thank
Michigan
you.
girls out there.
So, while you check your notes there, Mr. Max, I will put it together for the next song. We're going to do, what shall we do? Do something very, I know. This song is one of those that came to me in a flash. The memory had gotten lost somewhere in the back of my head where there's lots of room to get lost. And it was only a few years ago that it got brought out, and it was like such a lightning flash. I heard my friends doing this song that this song is kind of about in a kind of convoluted way, and the memory came back. It was about 1976, and Max and I had only been dating for a few months, and I had gotten this call from this bunch of guys. Well, one guy called, but he called for the bunch that was going to be golfing in Holland, Michigan. They were going to golf all day, and then they were going to get on a boat, and they were going to take a little ride in Lake Michigan. They were going to go from Holland, Michigan to Saugatuck, Michigan, and back, which isn't too far. It's probably, oh, goodness.
I'm okay.
I mentioned boat, and you start joking.
Yes, yeah, right away.
A fear of boats. Oh, no.
Yeah. So what did they want you to do on this
Well,
boat?
they wanted me to play a couple of folk songs. They wanted somebody to play folk music, and
Entertainment.
It was 1976. They were still asking people to play folk music instead of people begging to play folk music. It's a difference. But I thought, well, sounds like it's going to be all guys and hearing about girlfriends or wives or anything going on this trip with them. So I said, can I bring my boyfriend? And they said, well, sure, bring your boyfriend. We got plenty of beer. And so I did. I brought Max with me, and he entertained by drinking their beer, and I sang songs. And when we got back to port, we went to this restaurant, a really nice restaurant, which has since been demolished and something else put in its place. But it was called Point West, and it was a lovely restaurant. And while we waited for them to set up the tables for this group of 25 or so, I was playing a few more tunes for a happier hour because we were out on the lawn and they were having drinks. And so I played a few more tunes, and a fellow walked up to me, rather portly gentleman, and he was perfectly dressed for mid-70s golf. He had on the lemon chiffon yellow slacks with the white shoes and the white belt, and this purple Madras plaid jacket. And he came up to me and he asked me for a song. And I was so intrigued by his accent that I didn't answer him right away. Going somewhere?
Carry on.
Oh, okay. I guess he took my hesitation to mean that I needed more explanation. So he told me that he had been with the Italian resistance during World War II. And he said that he and some of the other fellows from the resistance got connected with a group of soldiers that were from different countries. And at night when they would dig in their foxholes, they would the Italians were in the front of the line, and then they would go back by nationality, and way in the back were the Americans. And there was, one of the Americans was carrying a guitar through all this madness. And at night, when it got quiet, music would drift over the foxholes, and this particular song was one he remembered, and he wanted to know if I could play it for him, and I did. So, I'm going to play it for you now. I was singing in a bar. He put money in my jar and asked if I could play for him a love song. There was one he had in mind of a cowboy and his bride that he'd heard the first time on the wind. Won't you sing me the Red River Valley? It brings back memories of a time that has gone by. Won't you sing it so sweet? sweetly, just as I remember, lying on the ground near my home, in a place far away, long ago yet yesterday, and we were bold and young and made a difference. There was blood and there was fear, late at night there were tears, and a voice that could be heard in the distance. Won't you sing me the Red River Valley? It brings back memories of a time that has gone by. Won't you sing it so sweetly, just as I remember? So for a moment, friends long gone will seem alive. From this valley they say you are going. I will miss your bright eyes and sweet smile, for they say you are taking the sunshine that has brightened our pathway a while. Come and sit by my side if you love me. Do not hasten to bid me adieu, but remember the Red River Valley and the cowboy who loves you so true. Won't you sing me the Red River Valley? Now I have to tell you the rest of the story. Last summer we were playing at an outdoor event in Grand Haven, and a lady came up and asked if we were going to do that song. And I said, well, yeah, we are. She said, oh, good, because I want my sister to hear it. It just makes the little hairs on my arms stick up, because that's my Uncle Johnny. And I said, excuse me? She said, the guy with the guitar. That's my Uncle Johnny. He took a guitar with him to Italy during World War II, and took it all through battles with him and everything. And I looked at her, I thought, what? So sure enough, she said she had photographs, and she let us use the photographs, and there is a YouTube of that song, Sing Me the Red River Valley, that we have included pictures of Uncle Johnny. Uncle Johnny had a cowboy band in Chicago, and that was their theme song. And so, you know what? We want to say that was Uncle Johnny. It just seems like such a strange coincidence. Uncle Johnny died in 1944. He died in action, and you'll see his Purple Heart and his dog tags and stuff in the video that's on YouTube. It's really quite something. So thank you, Jill. Mr. Max.
Yeah?
Sing us another tune, baby.
You want me to sing again?
Oh, yeah.
Well, everybody knows what this one's going to be, I think. Well, there's a place I know, way down in Mexico, high in the old Sierra Madre, where many outlaw bands from across the Rio Grande have found a haven, pulled out a hideaway. But danger rides the ghost is dread upon this secret dark of night, beside the campfire's light, they weave the tales of the lives of the bandits, of jewels rare and old, and coaches filled with gold, hold-ups pulled off like they planned it. But danger rides with those who stray, the one to secret hideaway where death is sure to welcome anyone within the law. But if a man must run from any lawman's gun, he'll find compadres in the old Sierra Madre. There's a place I know way down in Mexico, high in the old Sierra Madre, where many an outlaw band from across the Rio Grande have found a haven to hold out and hide away. But danger rides with those who stray, the one who secret hideaway where death is sure to welcome anyone within the law. But if a man must run days in the old Sierra Madres, but if a man must run from any lawman's gun, he'll find compadres in the old Sierra Madre.
Ah,
Okay, in case you didn't know, you have to know that that song was written by the king of the cowboy fiddlers, Mr. Woody Paul, from the band Riders in the Sky. I guess maybe now is a good time to let you know that if you'd like to purchase any of our CDs, it's possible to do it online. And you can just go to our website, ruthblomquist.com, and click on the little tab that says Listen and Purchase Music, or Listen or Purchase Music. Anyway, you'll find it there. And all of our CDs are available for sale. If you buy a CD, you get a free download to your computer. And so you don't have to mess with, getting it into your computer, because let's face it, most of the computers don't have CD drives anymore, do they?
nor do the cars.
Yeah, well, that's another story. Don't tell them that. Don't tell them that. But anyway, yeah, if you purchase a CD, you get a free download. Downloads are also available without a CD, and most of the songs are available for download individually as well. So I hope you will do that if you don't have a full collection already. Also, don't forget, if you ever mind, if you appreciate the folks at 7 Steps Up and what they're doing for us. It's been kind of a learning curve tonight, but looks like they've got it under control now. Please do make that donation through PayPal. It will help them and help their staff, and it might help us a little bit too.
Well, they moved our date out to April 18th, but I am feared we might have to move that date again for us to be playing physically on the property of 7 Steps Up, which is a great place to play. It's a wonderful place to hear music. We've heard a lot of great music, music legends, new people coming up, people that have been on The Voice and all this other stuff. It's just great. It's such a wonderful place to go to listen to music. It really, really is.
Fun place to play too.
Yeah, well, I hate to be bragging about that too much, because I don't want everybody knocking on her door to come in.
They're already knocking, baby.
Max and I like to travel, and the music gives us an excuse to do that, people say, "Oh my gosh, you're traveling all over the place and you're playing music," and you say, "Well, yeah, it's a good excuse to travel. It's what gets us in the door." So this one I wrote for the folks in a village in southwest France, a little place called Dio-et-Vercaire, and we've been fortunate to make friends there, and even though some of them speak no English and our French is terrible, so they're very gracious, and we have wonderful conversations without very many words, and I wrote this for the village. It is the hand that plants the vine, that prays for rain and tends with time. When time is right, they pick the wine. Wait, Max, stop. I'm gonna do a do-over. We're gonna cut this out, right? Rewind. Start this again. See if she can remember the words. I get one do-over a show. Some folks remember this, right? This is mine. It is the hand that plants the vine, that prays for rain and tends with time. When harvest comes, it is the hand that makes the wine. The mobile qui plante la vigne, qui prie pour la pluie et danse au temps pour la vendage. La mobile qui fait le vin. It is the heart that loves the land, that keeps it safe with God from man. When time is right, they pour the wine, both heart and hand. Le cœur aimant qui aime la terre le rend prospère au bon moment. Quand il est temps, il verse le vin, le cœur la main. Quand il est temps, il verse le vin, le cœur la main. Hey, nice job on that. Not bad, huh? So, now you're looking at me hopefully. What are
Hopefully.
you hoping for?
I'm hoping for another song.
I think I might have one.
Okay.
It is Saturday night in West Michigan.
Aha!
Growing up here in West Michigan on Saturday nights, that meant one thing. That meant Rem Wall and the Green Valley Boys. They would come on every Saturday night. They would play tunes. They'd play country tunes and pop tunes and bluegrass tunes, and most of them worked at the Gibson Guitar Factory. Their banjo player was a banjo tester. They pay people to do that. Interesting. I could learn the banjo. I thought I could get a banjo, but I don't think I could. I don't think so. I tried once to learn the banjo, and I realized I needed 4 extra fingers in each hand. So
You were doing pretty well back then. Of course, that was what, 1979?
something like that, yeah. And this particular song was written in 1939 by a fellow named Scott Wiseman. And Rem Wall, it was kind of his theme song. Though he didn't write it, it just kind of became his theme song over time. And we found out later that it was actually written as a ballad. But, you know, Rem, he had to keep up with the credits that were rolling at the end of the show. And sometimes he ran over, and sometimes this song was really, really fast. So we kind of took it medium, really, really fast. So, the sweetest songs belong to lovers in the gloaming. The sweetest days are the days that used to be. The saddest words I ever heard are words of parting. When you said, sweetheart, remember me. Oh, remember me when the candle lights are gleaming. Remember me at the close of a long, long day. It'll be so sweet when all alone I'm dreaming, just to know that you remember me. You told me once that you were mine alone forever, and I was yours till the end of eternity. But all our vows are broken now, and we will never be the same except in memory. Oh, remember me when the candle lights are gleaming. Remember me at the close of a long, long day. It'll be so sweet when all alone I'm dreaming, just to know that you remember me. A fairer face may take my place when we're apart, dear. A sweeter smile and a love more bold and free. But in the end, farewell and friends will break your heart, dear. When they do, sweetheart, remember me. Oh, remember me when the candle lights are gleaming. Remember me at the close of a long, long day. It'll be so sweet when all alone I'm dreaming, just to know that you remember me. Oh, remember me when the candle lights are gleaming. Remember me at the close of a long, long day. It'll be so sweet when all alone I'm dreaming, just to know that you remember me.
Oh, Rem and the boys. I used to watch them every Saturday night.
Oh, thank you. I heard you singing out there, by the way. I heard you singing loud. I want to try a new song on you, if you don't mind too much.
We have a request.
We do.
I'll tell you after this song.
Okay. This is a song that was another song that kind of a product of the songwriter group that does a little prompt. And this particular prompt, they do one a month, and this particular prompt was the word slices. And it's like, slices? How do you put that into a song? Put it into a cookbook, maybe. Well, this is what I ended up with. The first time that she saw him, he was standing in the road, tattered and confused, with no direction toward his home. She said, "Are you weary? Are you hungry? Come up here and sit a while. I will bring you pie and coffee." And he obeyed her like a child. She brought him sweet dark coffee and 2 slices of apple pie, and a tear rolled down his whiskered cheek when he looked at her and smiled. Will my darling lover remember me? Will she smile when she first sees me? Will she be glad that I am free? Is my darling still in love with me? I've been gone so long, could she forget the promise that we made? You know I can't remember when the fighting first began. They said it would be over soon, but the war goes on and on. One day I fell in battle, and they left me there for dead. But my gun, my boots, and saber, they took with them when they fled. Will my darling remember me? Will she smile when she first sees me? Will she be glad that I am free? Is my darling still in love with me? I've been gone so long, could she forget the promise that we made? So now I am walking home. I want no more of this damn war. I hope that she is waiting. That's all I want and nothing more. Thank you for your kindness and the taste of your fine pie. But now I must be going. She's been waiting a long, long time. Will my darling remember me? Will she smile when she first sees me? Will she be glad that I am free? Is my darling still in love with me? I've been gone so long, could she forget the promise that we made? Will my darling remember? Thank you. Thank you. Well, since we had a couple of stops and starts in there, I think we're going to go over what time we thought we would do. So
We've got till, we've got time.
We've got time.
We've
All
got
right,
time.
we got time.
So
I'm not ready to stop.
the request is for On the Horizon.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Hmm.
I think.
I think.
It says here, request on the horizon. So it could be
I
that
think
there's a
it's-
request on the horizon,
Oh,
but
I
it
can't
hasn't-
see it from here.
But it hasn't been forthcoming.
Oh, give me a minute to think about that one.
Okay,
I have to. Boy, that one came up. I haven't done that one in a long time. So We'll have to.
We never made any promises on requests. Just in case.
But if you promise to come to 7 Steps Up next time, I promise to practice it and have it ready for you. But we may give an attempt tonight. Obviously, we're not afraid to make a mistake now.
We're in a bit of experimental mood here, yeah.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Let's do something. This is one, we've got all these bluebirds hanging out in our yard right now. And it's really cool. Oops, that's not what I need.
You flat dick.
I do. And so, we're going to do this song for the bluebirds in my backyard. 2, 3, and... Mama said don't go too fast, being young just don't last. Being old takes a long, long time, and you want to remember when. Mama said don't go too far, water gets deep where you are. Soon you'll be out over your head, and the waters will sweep you away. Mama loves blue skies, Mama loves blue eyes, Mama loves bluebirds singing outside her kitchen window. Mama said don't choose a man without a callus on his hand. He won't know how to work the land, and your babies will cry in the night. And Mama said to love the Lord, keep all your sins above the board. Lord knows you can't keep them stored, and the waters will wash them away. Mama loves blue skies, Mama loves blue eyes, Mama loves bluebirds singing outside her kitchen window. Mama loves blue skies, Mama loves blue eyes, Mama loves bluebirds singing outside her kitchen window. Mama, I'll remember you, your advice rings so true. Mama, I ain't got a clue, and I wish that you were here. Mama chased the rainbows down, hoping they'd take her out of town, looking to see if the pot of gold was all that she was told. Mama chased whiskey with water every time she thought about the daughter who ran off. I hear this made her join a revival band. Mama loves blue skies, Mama loves blue eyes, Mama loves bluebirds singing outside her kitchen window. Mama loves blue skies, Mama loves blue eyes, Mama loves bluebirds singing outside her kitchen window, singing outside her kitchen window, singing outside her kitchen window. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Well, okay.
Well, I check your phone. I don't know what's going on there.
I don't know. I'm too busy to check my phone. I could check it. You're getting the same stuff there.
I don't know if I am or not. We all good?
I guess.
All right.
Love the Marco Polo guitar. My dad's first was a Gene Autry.
Ooh,
How cool is that?
Yeah.
Mine doesn't have a cowboy.
Yours has got some old Italian on it.
Yeah, mine's got a ship.
Oh,
It's got a ship.
Yeah. Ooh,
Yes, it's got a ship. That's how cool is that? This is kind of cool. I wish I could read all the things as they come in, but I feel like I got to sing the tunes, so I'll read them later for sure. I had a song in mind.
And then I made
What
you
was
look at
it?
your phone.
What was the
Then
song?
I made you look at your phone, didn't I? It's my
Yes,
fault,
you
everyone.
did.
It's my fault. Just
I know
believe
what
me
it
on
was.
that.
Okay. We had a lot of fun this winter up until the time when we came running back home. Our first gig was canceled in North Carolina as we were heading home from Florida.
You mean our last gig?
Our last
Oh, the first canceled gig
Our
was...
first canceled gig was in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and we were very disappointed by that. And so we came home a couple days early, and we've not been out of the house too much. Well, we've gone for walks and such, but yeah, we haven't left the property much.
Not much, no.
And there's a place that we get to spend about 3 weeks, and it's on the Barrier Island on the east side of the state, a little place called Nettles Island. And it's a really cool place. These people are so darn busy, they made me tired, and I played horseshoes, I did that. I didn't play the tennis or the pickleball or...
We watched them play tennis, and
We
we
did.
watched them play pickleball.
And I applauded.
Woo!
Someday I'm going to play pickleball, but...
Yeah. Well, they've got everything to do there, though. They've got yoga, they've got a stained glass group, they've got a ukulele club.
They got gardeners, they got country music guys, they got
And they have a theater troupe.
Well, I wrote this song just kind of for grins, because we've been coming to Nettles Island for a couple of years, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to do it. They've got it's a man-made island, and they've got these canals that are built in so that more people can be on the water than just the people that are around the edge. And so the Grand Canal faces west, so the sunsets are absolutely incredible there. And I just wrote this little ditty. I wrote it on the ukulele, and it was just for kind of grins. And then a lady got a hold of me and she said, I'm writing the play for next year, and her name is Maggie, and Maggie said, I would like to use your song in the play. I thought, really? She said, oh yeah, I'm going to have the whole cast sing the song. I went, okay, that sounds cool. So this year when we were there, we went to the play and they sang my song. It just had this grin on my face that wouldn't stop for about 2 days afterwards.
The play was so much fun. It was a retiree romance.
So here's the song. It's called the Grand Canal Song. You start it. Come on, darling, we're heading out tonight to the Grand Canal. Yeah, we're gonna see a sight. We'll bring some chairs and a little glass of wine. Watch the sun go down and we'll feel just fine. Watch the sun go down and we'll feel just fine. We'll get there early for a front row seat. We'll watch the birds and the local manatee. We'll sip our wine and we'll talk about our day. Dream about tomorrow in the island way. Yeah, we'll dream about tomorrow in the island way. The sun goes down to kiss the trees. The sky lights up and the daylight flees. Come on, darling, we're heading out tonight to the Grand Canal. Yeah, we're gonna see a sight. We'll bring some chairs and a little glass of wine. Watch the sun go down and we'll feel just fine. We'll watch that sun go down and we'll feel just fine. We'll watch the sun go down and we'll feel just fine.
It's a pretty nice sunset looking down that Grand Canal.
Certainly it
They
is.
let us play a concert down there every year, and we stand on this platform, and the audience is facing us, and we get to watch the sunset. It's kind of weird. They're craning their necks, and we're going, oh, what a beautiful sunset, and they're going, play another song. But
Shut up and play. No, they don't say it that way.
no, they don't. No, they don't. There are wonderful people down there. Wonderful.
I just need to take a little breath.
Take a breath. Take a breath. You take a breath. I'll take a sip.
Oh, good. Yes, we have our regular Gatorade cocktail, Gatorade spritzer. We'll work on having something a little stronger when we get finished here, but let's see.
We have another request. It's for a repeat.
Oh, for a repeat? What
Yeah,
else we lost in
I think it might have been one of those that was lost.
lost in the
Yeah,
Ethernet?
let's do I Don't Remember a Waltz.
Oh, okay. came in, or else they came in a little late. But that's
It
okay.
could be. It's all right.
That's quite all right. We'll do it again. And this time, if you didn't get to waltz, you know, you could try it now. Maybe if your honey won't waltz with you, maybe your dog will. Something. I don't know. You get a little punchy when you're sitting here talking to yourself. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. She was a wide-eyed beauty. Some thought that she'd never stay. Some thought the town was too small for her dreams. Some thought that she'd fly away. But one night at the midsummer fair, a boy caught her eye from the edge of the crowd. They danced to the songs that the old boys remembered. Some thought they were dancing on clouds. And he said, I don't remember a waltz. That's what she said that we danced to that night. I just remember the stars and her eyes, but I don't remember a waltz. The days and the months flowed together. They courted and married and stayed. With their backs and their hands, they raised their children and prayed. The dust brought tears to their eyes. The floods washed the crops clean away. Somehow their love held them tight to the land. Dreams of the past they replayed. He'd say, I don't remember a waltz. That's what she said that we danced to that night. I just remember the stars and her eyes, but I don't remember a waltz. Now she's still a wide-eyed beauty. No silver now touches her hair, and her dreams are still grand for the town and the land. He knows she won't fly away. At night now they dance in the kitchen. She says, remember the first waltz we had. Remember the moon and the stars at midsummer. Remember the girl and the lad. And he said, I don't remember a waltz. That's what you said that we danced to that night. I just remember the stars and your eyes, but I don't remember a waltz. I don't remember a waltz. That's what you said that we danced to that night. I just remember the stars, but I don't remember a waltz. Thank you.
I like that song. Oh, speaking of songs I like,
Yes.
how about I Know Love?
Alrighty. Because we got time for just a couple more. Forgive me for being off screen. I was just getting myself a little more to drink. Yes, Max, you are. It's okay for you to request a song. Do you like this key?
I think I do.
This song, most of the songs the original songs that we've done tonight were written in this room that we're standing. Not that there's anything special about this room other than it's got the most light of any room in the house, but you can't tell that in the dark. So, we'll do this one. This is one that I wrote in my car, in the front seat of my car, at a songwriter's retreat. So, this one's called I Know Love. 2, 3, I know love. It's not the hearts and flowers young girls are dreaming of. And I know you make love brand new. When I first met you, you were too good to be true. But love's a swinging door that's easy to walk through. You're still here, my love, you missed your exit cue. Your kind of love is something new. I know love. It's not the hearts and flowers young girls are dreaming of. And I know you make love brand new. I won't say that love is not a rocky road. I keep my eyes on the curves as I go. Since you're still here, my love, there's something you should know. That in your arms I can't say no. I know love. It's not the hearts and flowers young girls are dreaming of. And I know you make love brand new. Patience, they say, is a virtue, so I'm told. Test of time will tell if love will soon grow cold. But here and now, my love, if I may be so bold, when you are near, you touch my soul. I know love. It's not the hearts and flowers young girls are dreaming of. I know you make love brand new. I know love. It's not the hearts and flowers young girls are dreaming of. I know you make love brand new. Yes, you make love brand new.
Yes, I love that song.
Well, I think we ought to do 2 more songs and call it
And call it a night?
a success.
Well, all right then.
I think so. I think that's what we should do.
It was better than a night. It was a success. Okay.
So we're gonna do our final song and our
Encore.
our encore. It just makes it easier that way because then you don't have to get up out of the off the couch.
Yeah, we don't.
We don't want you to.
And we can't hear you clapping anyway, so.
So, once again, thank you so very much to the 7 Steps Up folks, Michelle and Gary Hanks, and to the lovely Jessica.
Don't forget to donate if you are of a mind. I'll also give you one more nudge to ruthbloomquist.com, where you can find the page to purchase our music if you are of a mind.
And keep an eye out for when that next Seven Steps Up concert's going to be, of ours in particular, but you can come to any of them. But we're going to celebrate the opening of the gates when we can all leave our homes and not be afraid. So keep your eye out open for that, and we'll try to make it a really big celebration. So we're going to do right now a gospel tune, and I think y'all know, a lot of you know what it is already. This is the one that took us on the great trip to North Carolina. I entered it into the Merle Fest songwriting competition. And one day my phone rang and I said, hello? The voice on the other end said, do you want one big bed or two small beds? Excuse me? Oh, this is Merle Fest. Do you want one big bed or two small beds? I made the finals? Yes, ma'am. Do you want one big bed or two small beds? Well, we took the two small beds. You see, at this songwriting competition, if you get into the finals, you just have to show up. You don't have to pay for lodging or food or anything. They put you up in a hotel and give you backstage passes so you can hobnob with all the other performers and eat good food and not have to tote it around with you. And so we went to North Carolina, and on a drizzly, chilly North Carolina day in April, I'm sorry, last weekend of April, I believe it was, they held the contest. And lo and behold, this was the #1 gospel tune for 2003 at the Merle Fest. And we're quite proud of that. So we're going to do it for you right now. Here's a little something called By the River. 1, 2, 3. They'll be standing by the river. They'll be waiting there for me. They'll be standing by the river on the day that my soul is free. They'll be watching from the far shore when I step upon the boat. They will greet me thank you for letting us be part of your evening. You know, once upon a time, Saturday nights had all the best shows. Not so much anymore.
Oh, you mean television?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's still the best shows on stage, or in this case, online.
Online.
There's a fellow, a folk singer from Iowa. His name is John Smith. And he wrote this song that we're going to do for you right now. Everybody's saying to stay safe and to be well. And the Irish...
And to stay home.
And to stay home. And the Irish have a saying, instead of saying goodbye or good night, when they're leaving the pub, they say safe home. And John Smith wrote this song called Safe Home. Thank you all so very, very much. Come through the valleys, come through the fields, we've crossed over rivers, find ourselves here. We sang songs of sorrow, we sang songs of love. Let's sing one more together to send ourselves off. Safe home, safe home, safe home will you go. May the light of the moon smile down on your road. Safe home, safe home, safe home will you go. Until I next see you, safe home will you go. We laid down our worries, our troubles, our fears, like shells on the strand washed by laughter and tears. But the tide has returned to lift us away, back to our houses and families we pray. Safe home, safe home, safe home will you go. May the light of the moon smile down on your road. Safe home, safe home, safe home will you go. Until I next see you, safe home will you go. Now the fiddles are quiet, the whistles all still, only echoes remain from the jigs and the reels. The dance floor is empty, our farewells all said. Now it's time to be going till we all meet again. Safe home, safe home, safe home will you go. May the light of the moon smile down on your road. Safe home, safe home, safe home will you go. Until I next see you, safe home will you go. Safe home, safe home, safe home will you go. May the light of the moon smile down on your road. Safe home, safe home, safe home will you go. Until I next see you, safe home will you go. Until I next see you, safe home will you go. Thank you very much, everybody.
Safe
Good
home.
night.
Good night.